Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chaos Chronicles.
Navigating the randomness.
I'm Jess,
I'm Connie.
and we are back virtually.
We are, and in my case, back on the podcast because it has been
Yeah.
a minute since y'all have seen me.
Mm-hmm. It's it's been a while. Several
Has
months.
several months, yeah. With all, whoa, English. So the good news is, it may have been a while, but I still can't talk. Some things never change. Um, been with y'all in spirit. I've been watching along with you when it comes up on my YouTube, playing it in the background. But it's nice to finally be back on and,
Hmm.
well, I'd say doing some of the same old stuff, but we're not doing Twilight today. Thank God.
I'm so happy
And
that is over.
so happy. So happy. I did just pull my Twilight sweatshirt though from the Breaking Dawn Part 2
Yeah.
movie reaction. I did just pull that out of my closet and I thought about wearing it today because it's so cold, but I just couldn't bring myself to put it on.
Still scarred.
a bit, a bit. It's the whole
Yeah.
imprinting on a baby. That part just really comes back to you.
It's like the whole series, let's be honest here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's it's a lot. It was never meant to deep dive like we did, so
No, we went deeper on that than some people do with the actual Bible. So,
very true. Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
what do you know?
Well, like you said, today we are doing something totally different and something we have never done before on this channel, but it's Who Knows What Wednesdays. So here we are. Before we dive too deep into things, make sure that you are following us on all of our social media platforms. They are linked down below in the description.
Perfect. Well, what do we have in store for today's Who Knows What Wednesday?
So I know me and Connie both are obsessed with listening to the Am I the A-hole chains on Reddit. And so we decided that we were going to give it a shot, give it a go, and just
Hmm?
have some fun with it.
Yeah, something light, something easy, something maybe a little cheesy. We don't know. So, for today's Am I the A-hole? What is our story?
So, our headline for the first one here is Am I the a-hole for failing my duties as maid of honor even after warning the bride that I wasn't prepared to take on the responsibility?
Okay, hang. So we had red flags for Twilight. I think I need a
Yeah.
notepad. I'm gonna have to take notes on this because I do not know. Like when we did our spooky ookies and our true crime, I don't know the story today. But if there's going to be characters and there's going to be drama, I'm going to take notes. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
let's get into this.
Yeah. So, this is taken directly from Reddit here. So, 2 months ago, I was maid of honor at my friend B's wedding. I was touched to be asked, but hesitant to accept because I was slash am not in the right place where I felt I could contribute the typical maid of honor responsibilities. I was honest about this from day one and made it clear that I would step down with no hard feelings if B wanted to ask someone else. She told me that it was okay and it would be a small, non traditional wedding, anyways. All she wanted was for me to stand up next to her on her big day, so I accepted and did exactly that. During the reception, I was making conversation with the groom's friend and heard all about the extravagant bachelor party they'd thrown for him. The best man's girlfriend asked me what I'd done for the bride, and I had to admit that I hadn't organized any celebration for her. The atmosphere with that group felt awkward after that, and I could tell the girlfriend was judging me. In another conversation, one of B's aunts mentioned how beautiful B's dress was and asked me where we found it. I told her I wasn't the one who took her dress shopping, and the aunt looked surprised and said, "But aren't you the maid of honor?" A couple weeks later, when B and her husband H came by to deliver a thank you card for my gift, I felt that H was being standoffish. The next time I saw him, which in parentheses here is at the grocery store, and B was not with him, end of parentheses. He kind of blew me off when I said hi, and I knew then that something was wrong. So I called B and asked if there was something going on with H. She played dumb at first, but long story short, I got her to admit that he was upset with me with not putting more effort into the wedding stuff. Turns out that his friends and B's parents agreed with him and think that I should have been more involved. I asked B what she thought, and she said that while she wasn't mad at me, she could see where they were coming from. When I reminded her how she told me herself all she wanted me to do was to stand next to her during the ceremony, she replied along the lines of, "Well, I thought you'd be up to doing more the closer we got to the wedding." I know your face. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm taking notes. I will. We'll get through the story. Opinions are coming. They're loading. Just hold.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I apologized for disappointing her and left the conversation at that. We hadn't spoken since, and I'm worried that there's now a rift between us. I don't want to make it worse by getting defensive, but I'm feeling kind of resentful. Looking back on the months leading up to the wedding, it felt like B set me up to fail by telling me I wasn't expected to be involved with things I apparently was. Was I supposed to be a mind reader? I made it clear what I was able to contribute and believed B when she told me that it was enough. I bounced all this off of my mom and sister today to get their opinions. My sister thinks it was on B to communicate with me if she wanted more from her maid of honor. But my mom thinks that I should have declined being maid of honor if I couldn't handle the basic duties. Now I feel like maybe I was a bad maid of honor slash friend, but I'm still frustrated that B didn't tell me what she wanted before it was too late. Am I in the wrong here?
So clarifying, the wedding
Mm-hmm.
has or has not happened yet.
Has happened.
Has happened. Okay, so she was there. Just making sure I was hearing everything right. You know, I I feel like you and I are in a really good position to comment on this story.
Mm-hmm.
So for longtime viewers of the channel, hi, thank you for hanging on through all the bumps and everything. Thank you, like genuinely. But you will know that in our second episode, I think, second,
One of the first ones.
one of the first ones, we talked about our respective weddings. You know, coming fresh off of my wedding at the time, Jess had been married the year before, so we had a good perspective. Now, we were each other's maid and matron of honor, and we did not, for either of us, we didn't do a typical bachelorette. We didn't do the bridal activities. I mean, I had a
Mm-hmm.
bachelorette, but that was pretty low key,
Yeah. Pretty chill.
pretty chill.
Yeah.
So I've heard people talk about, and I've seen people be a part of, and I've gone to some bachelorettes where the maid of honor is a full on event planner, and it's like a multi hour, sometimes multi day extravaganza. And if that's what
Yep.
you want of your maid of honor, you're doing your maid of honor a huge disservice by not communicating that.
Agreed.
No.
Yeah. If
So,
if that's what you want, you telling her like, hey, it's gonna be a super small, low-key wedding, like how is she supposed to know that that is what you're looking for?
mm-hmm. Yeah, and definitely clarify what super low key wedding is. Because, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
shoot, your wedding, I would classify, there we go, as a
Super
super low
low-key.
key wedding. Yes,
Yeah.
it was phenomenal. Like one of the best weddings I've ever been to. Actually, I'd rank it up there with my wedding, and my wedding's only up there because even though I was super stressed, I got married to my
It was
husband.
your wedding? Yeah.
What? Exactly. But like that was low key. And you and I had had so many conversations leading up to
Hmm.
your engagement, leading up to your wedding, that it was clear that when you said that it was going to be a low key event, I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah, and we're talking less than 10 people, including me and my husband and Connie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
friend married you guys. Myself and one other friend was the witness. You and Mitch and Ruby was the flower girl, and it was so cute.
Yeah, it was
And
perfect.
it was perfect. A
Yeah.
handful of friends and then some random passerbys that just happened to
Hmm.
be in the area. But like, it was very chill. And you had communicated to me that you didn't want to do the big fancy dress shopping. You didn't want to do
Hmm.
a ton of like hair and makeup trials or any. You wanted it to be very relaxed, very much who you are.
Hmm.
And that's why I'm coming back to like the maid of honor. I'm just going to say MH here because that makes
Yeah.
it easier. So MH, B for the bride, obviously H for husband. So MH, she made it really clear at the beginning that I think you said it as she can't do too much. And like even offered to
Hmm.
back out and say like, hey, someone else can take this on, which
Correct.
I appreciate because I was
Hmm.
supposed to be the maid of honor and I originally was the maid of honor for my cousin, for Jody.
Yep.
Hi, Jody. But because we lived 100 miles apart at the time, it was really tricky to try to do stuff. And I was also at a very crazy busy point in my life. So we had a conversation, about 6 months before our wedding where she and I were both like, look, this isn't working for me to be the maid of honor. You need someone who can put more effort in because that's what you're looking for. So she
Yep.
changed the maid of honor and I was just a bridesmaid. And that
Hmm.
was totally fine. It worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
The fact that B is not present tense, this is past tense. The fact that B didn't communicate any of that. And then just like you fast forward through the timeline of like they didn't go shopping together, which
Hmm.
I don't know of any maid of honor that sets up dress shopping. That's something that the bride sets up.
Yeah, you had never set, or I had never set that up for you. It was always you would text me, be like, hey, I've got this day and that time. And that was that.
Exactly.
I
And
mean,
like
was
with
it a big
yours,
deal? Was it a big deal? Because like she wasn't at them. Is that why it's a big deal?
ooh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Because that I can see a little bit more, but I was, as Jess knows, she was there. I was the person where I made sure that when it came to shopping for my dress, I really wanted to include the women in my life. So I invited all my bridesmaids. I invited my mother in law, my sister in law, my mom. Now, could everyone make it? No. But I made sure those invites went out because I know that dress shopping for me, that's something where I want to engage with everyone. I want to talk to people. But then we have a mutual friend who got married the fall after I did, where
Hmm.
she did not want anyone with her when she was dress shopping. Like
Yep.
it was such a intimate thing. I don't even think she had her mom with her, where it
Hmm.
was just her showing up to appointments. And that's totally fine. But
Yeah.
also if B didn't communicate that, I'm circling back to B on here. Maybe a little bit of MH on that because I do feel like, as the maid of honor, that is something you want to double check with your bride on
Hmm.
because how vulnerable a bride can feel when she's doing her dress shopping.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
And again, it just comes down to what the bride wants, but you can't be a mind reader ultimately. Like you have to communicate your wants and your needs, especially for your day. And even if it's like, I think we did this once when someone couldn't make it in person, we FaceTimed. Didn't we do that
yeah.
once? Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did that with yeah, with Jody at my
Was
second
it Jody?
fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it
because a
was.
migraine
Yeah.
took us out on that first one. Oh God, that sucked.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But so, like, I don't know, you can do other things even if you can't be there physically in person. Or, I don't know, pictures even after, like, say you have a crazy busy life and you don't have, like, all the times that she gave you as options, none of them work. I don't know, maybe sending pictures and like texting back and forth or a phone call after. That is something that says, like, hey, I still care and I want my input. And yeah,
Oh yeah. And that's a legit thing because when I got married, you were still in school. And I feel so
yes.
bad. I am so sorry that I got married during your finals.
Hey, I got
So
married during
sorry.
my finals too. So
I know. But now that I'm in school and facing finals, I cannot imagine trying to do that. Um, but I mean, even with how busy you were, how busy I was, we still made time at High Fair.
I might have to dip my head over and check on him 1 second.
Yeah.
He is literally standing at the bottom of the stairs, just staring. I I think he's upset because Mitch texted me that he's going on a run right now. So I think he's upset that Mitch
Uh,
left.
Valid. Yep.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just waiting because, like, the first little yell, I was like, okay, but then it kept going, and I'm like, that's attention.
Yeah, that is attention. Attention was needed, apparently. Um,
Where were we at? Oh, Loki. Yeah, at base minimum, we at least texted or checked in with
yeah.
each other,
Yeah.
which I mean, even though the maid of honor, the MH, she made it clear that she can't do too much. I feel like if she still decided, like, yes, okay, I'll be your maid of honor, I do think she should have at least
Put
texted
in
or
some
checked it.
effort. Yeah.
And maybe she did, and we just don't have those
We
details in
don't
the
know.
story.
Yep. And also, we are only getting one point of view on this as well. We're not getting multiple point of views. So,
Oh, of course. Yes, we should have we should have an updated disclaimer. Disclaimer: this is a story from the internet, so take it with a grain of salt. We're also two random people on the internet. Take our kvetches with a grain of salt. You don't know us from Bob, and if you're our family, hi, don't judge us. I don't know. You're weird too. We get it from somewhere. Eh. Um, yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I feel like should we assign like percentages here? Because I don't feel like this is a clear cut
I
yes or
agree with that.
no. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I do agree with that. I I don't know. I kind of want to say like 80% on the bride, like of being the a-hole, and 20% on B. Or wait, no.
What it,
The maid of honor. Sorry, not B.
maid of honor? Yeah. No, I know what you meant. Well, isn't there like so there's NTA, not the a hole, YTA, you're the a hole, and then ESH, everyone sucks here. I think this is going to be an ESH, and I agree with your percentage there. I think
Hmm.
I would have put the bride at a lower percentage,
Hmm.
except she made that comment when MH confronted B after that whole standoff with the husband, or not, well, it's not
Oh,
standoff, but like
yeah.
the
And it was
awkwardness
a
at the grocery
quote.
store.
Oh yeah, it was a quote,
Mm-hmm.
by the way. It was quote, "Well, I thought you'd be up to doing more the closer we got to the wedding."
That, and then also when the bride said, like, oh, well, I get where everyone else is coming
Oh
from.
yeah,
Like
that
when she
too.
was
Yeah.
saying, like, oh, they all think that MH, YTA. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like those comments are what puts the bride at 80% the a
Mhm.
hole for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
yeah. And
no.
Reddit had deemed maid of honor not the a-hole.
Oh, good. Good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sure. I can see why the vast majority of people would say no. I think it's because I'm putting this in the lens of like you and myself, or like our situations,
Yeah.
where if we had done this to each other, it's just so different than our dynamic that
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be really hard to not feel like resentful towards each other, which is why we don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, this is
Exactly.
communication fixes a lot of things. Effective communication. Talking does
Yes.
not equal communication.
No, it does not.
No,
It does not.
it does not. Well, I have had all my opinions about this. Any other opinions you would like to share on this cacophony of a cluster?
I think we have covered all the bases for this one. It's a lot going on. Yeah.
It's a lot going on. All right, well,
Yeah.
now we put this to you guys, little chaos gremlins. If you want to leave in the comments, what do you think on this story? We're interested because, again, we're basing it off of our experiences here,
Mm-hmm.
but some people may look at this story and think that the maid of honor deserves to be flambéed in oil. I don't think I did that
Mm-hmm.
cooking metaphor right, but it's the internet. Someone will correct me. Yeah, let us know.
Are you ready for another one?
I have a fresh sheet of paper ready. Let's
Beautiful.
let's go.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for telling the bride I just won't be in the wedding? I'm supposed to be in a wedding in a couple of months. The bride and I have been friends since we were 11. She's even my son's godmother. She's getting married within the next couple of months, and I'm a bridesmaid. My hair is literally to the middle of my bottom, like almost past it, and it's taken me over 3 years to get it this long. Keep in mind, I just got it done yesterday. I sent her and other friends pictures of it after it was done. She messaged me asking if I plan on cutting it before the wedding. When I told her no, she got very upset and told me, quote, most of the girls have their hair to their shoulders or to their bra strap. I can't believe you can't even cut it for my day, end quote. I respectfully told her it has taken me years to grow out. I love my hair and just spent $300 getting it done. I'm not cutting it to my shoulders. She then proceeds to tell me how selfish I was because now she won't be the only one with long hair and how I don't need to have my hair long. Her hair is to her shoulders because it is so damaged, so she's getting extensions. That's just a little in parentheses. And then she said if I don't cut it, I'm out of the wedding. I've already paid for all of my stuff and then some. And when I told her it's just hair and it's taken me a long time to grow, I'll respect what you said and won't be in the wedding. And now she's officially uninvited me and having the other girls tell me that I'm a B, especially since I'm not giving her the dress, shoes, and jewelry back that I paid for. Am I the a-hole?
I stopped taking notes partway through. My last note, I don't know if you can see it.
I
It
can't see it. It's
says
blurry.
audacity times
Audacity.
100. Ma'am.
How dare you have long hair? How dare you have hair longer and healthier than mine?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. All right. So, those who have been
Thoughts are
watching the
processing here.
podcast, thoughts are processing, mostly filtering out my colorful thoughts that shouldn't go on the internet. Working
Correct.
on it. Who? Those who have watched the channel for long enough may have noticed that there has been a couple different hair lengths between Jess and I throughout the years. Mine has been pretty consistently long. Jess has had crazy long hair and short hair.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yep.
Now, having both of us deal with long hair,
Mm-hmm.
long hair is very much a personal thing.
It is.
where yeah, it's a thing. It takes time, it takes money. Honestly, when you said $300 at the salon, I was like, yep, yeah.
Yeah. Easily. Yeah.
Oh, easily. Like the 2 days before my wedding, that was the last time I got my
Hmm.
hair colored. But I went in and I got my long hair. I got it trimmed, an Olaplex treatment because wedding, and then
Yep.
I got partial highlights.
Yep.
The cost of those things plus tip, it was $300.
Yep.
Like, so much goes into that that the idea of someone else dictating your hair blows my
Mm-mm.
mind. But also, okay, I have to filter out details here. So I know someone, you know someone
Mm-hmm.
who has been in their sibling's wedding,
Mm-hmm.
and she is the only girl. And for both of her older brother's wedding, she at the time had fun hair. She had fun colors in her hair, but like I wouldn't consider it crazy by any means. Like I think there was like a
Yeah.
little bit of purple in there. Um, but the brides and all the bridesmaids both times happened to be all brunettes. And so both of her brothers said like, "Hey, dye your hair."
Yeah.
And she did.
Yep.
And she looked phenomenal. I mean, she
Mm-hmm.
looks good with light hair or dark hair. But I remember hearing that at the time and thinking in my head, why do you have to change your hair to be part of the wedding? Like that whole matchy set thing. I I don't
I
okay.
I remember when you originally told me about this and my jaw just dropped. I had no words. I was just so in shock because I thought you were joking.
Mhm. Mhm. And I do remember people asked me when I was engaged, and I
Hmm.
said, "Yeah, I'm getting my wedding party. What? My wedding party planned." And I have people ask like, "Oh, so like you've always had long hair? Are you gonna have like your sisters cut their hair, or is like anyone else gonna change?" And I was like, "No, I don't know. I don't care. Honest to God, you could have showed up the day of my wedding with a rainbow mohawk, shaved sides, and I would have been like, hey, do you feel confident? Do you feel good? If so, great. Get in the pictures." Like,
Hmm.
I don't, this is just so mind blowing to me. Oh,
I, yeah. If you're, I don't know. I mean, if you're going to make a dramatic change before the wedding, like right before the wedding, how about, and you're in the wedding party, you need to talk to the bride before you do anything dramatic. But if they give you the green light, you go for it. I mean, if they change their mind, that's on them. But
exactly. And like at the end of the day, the phrase "it's just hair" cuts both ways. No pun intended. It yes, it is just hair. Ultimately, it changes, but again, because it is such a personal thing, and I am a firm believer of like hair holding memories. So
hmm.
taking those 3 years to grow length, which I understand because I have very slow, slow growing hair. It
Hmm.
sucks. So if I were to have my hair cut short, like in an accident or someone just being mean, I would cry. I would be very
Hmm.
angry and I would also cry. But the
Yeah.
idea of them being friends since they were 11, right?
Yep.
11 years
Yep.
old.
11.
And the the friend is the godmother to the bride, or was it the other way, or bride's son, or was it the
The
other way around?
the bride is godmother to bridesmaid's son.
Got it. So if they are that close,
Hmm.
there is no way that bride wouldn't know about her friend, the bridesmaid's like
Yeah.
connection to her hair.
Hmm.
So that
I
just
would
that's
I would never in a million years ask you to cut your hair. Be
no.
like, Connie, your hair cannot be longer than mine. You gotta chop it. Which have fun with that because I I do cut my hair short very often. So
Exactly. No. And like I remember you telling me as we were getting closer to my wedding, you're like, I'm keeping my hair long for your wedding, and I'm gonna chop it afterwards. And I was like, girl, you can cut it if you want. I do
I know.
whatever you want. Like I do not care. Like genuinely do not care.
Yeah, you
Oh,
kept
but
telling me that. I'm like, I know, but I need a reason to keep it this long. Otherwise, it's chopped.
I get it. I mean, my cousin Jody did the same thing. She kept it long for the wedding and then she chopped it afterwards.
Yep.
I think actually of all the people in the wedding, women wise, I think I'm the only one after the wedding that didn't cut my hair shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I
again,
don't
it's
know. You like your long hair, and that's totally
hair.
fine. It's a you thing. I like long hair, but I don't like dealing with long hair.
No, it's just hair is so personal, and this is just so. Something tells me that the bridesmaid, the poster,
Mm-hmm.
there's probably a million other things that they could and should post about that led up to this whole falling out thing because there's no way someone who's putting that much vitriol on someone because of keeping their hair the way they've had it is a
Mm-hmm.
good friend. Like
Yeah.
there's got to be other stuff that have led up to that. Not excusing any behavior. It's
Yeah.
just I feel like this was a tipping point.
I would agree with that. I also want to touch on something that we totally got distracted on and haven't even touched on yet. The ending here. So she is no longer in the wedding, and now the bride is asking for the dress, shoes, and jewelry back, even though she paid for all of it. Yeah.
Audacity times 100.
Yeah. It's like, okay, if you want all that, you have to buy it from her. If she bought
Yeah.
it, that is hers.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think my brain was shutting down at that point because I
I
was
think
just
so, yeah.
uh yeah, that stuff's expensive. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like the cheapest I have been able to get a bridesmaid dress
Hmm.
is $99. And
Yeah.
that's just getting the dress. Never mind the alterations because every dress needs to be altered. Like,
Yes.
no, you add in all of that plus the jewelry because I'm sure it's probably a very specific color or metal or
Style or
XYZ.
something. Yeah.
Shoes. No, I'm sorry. That could easily be on the low end 200 to 250. More than likely, we're sitting somewhere between 600 to 800, depending on the wedding.
Yeah. Well, even I remember for one wedding that I was in, I was looking for, like, I had a very narrow type of shoe that I had to find. And I searched through like every store possible. And when I finally found them, it was like, I mean, and I thought that they were cheap. They were $80 still. And I'm like, hey, it's under 100. These are good.
Hmm?
And that's
Oh,
just on shoes, guys.
no, I know. There's so. I think what bugs me the most in these wedding stories and the ones that I've just seen on my own time is
Hmm.
that people don't seem to fully grasp and respect how much time, effort, and money other people put in to be a part of someone else's wedding. And the same thing
Yeah.
for the people who are actually getting married. So
Yeah.
when there is that disrespect or that
Hmm.
flippantness about the effort and the money that's actually going into it,
Yeah.
it blows my mind because I'm like, why? There's no
Hmm.
reason for you to do that. Why? It's fine. It's fine. So, anything else we should touch on before we assign percentages? Which I feel like I don't even know if we need to do a percentage. We're probably
I
going to
don't
agree on what this is, but
I don't need a percentage.
yeah, if we had to, audacity times 100, it's 100% the a hole on that bride.
Hmm.
Poster NTA, not the a hole.
Hmm. And again, do you want to put it in the disclaimer? We know nothing about the bride side of the story. So,
No, no, no. I'm going to stick to
but
my
I
guns on this
100%,
one.
I agree with you on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know unless there's something like huge that they didn't put in here. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I I can't even think of what that could be.
I know. I'm trying to think too. I'm like, okay, like maybe in the extreme, I could understand more if like the bride is a cancer survivor and like lost all her hair and she really just wants to have the long hair, and then like the maid of honor is like going out of her way to like make her hair better than the bride. Okay, like maybe then I could understand it.
Even that is a stretch. And also, she's not even the maid of honor.
Oh yeah,
She's
she's
just
just a
a
bridesmaid.
bridesmaid. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Not
I
belittling bridesmaid, just there's a difference in
No, there
responsibility.
isn't.
Anyway,
Yeah.
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 You know what? I think at the end of the day, the bridesmaid, she has gotten rid of someone who is very toxic. It's an
Hmm.
irony that that is the godmother of her son, but you know, you can move on, close that chapter. It's been nicely closed for you.
Hmm. I
Mm-mm.
would, yeah.
Oh hell no! All right, that's
Are you ready for the last one? All right.
yes.
Now, this last one is a little longer, but we will get there. And we do have updates with this one. Am I the a hole for wearing a different colored bridesmaid's dress after the bride tried to purposefully make us look unflattering?
Oh, heck of a start here. All right, let's go.
Oh, yeah, this one. Whew. Hi, blah. Hi, oh my God. It's for privacy reasons. Hi, for privacy reasons, this post will be a throwaway and all names are fake. Recently, I, 28 female, was a bridesmaid in my friend Tara, 28 female, and Tony's 30 male wedding, along with bridesmaids Amy, age 27 female, Jane, 29 female, and her sister Lily, 32 female. Tara was one of those brides where everything had to be perfect. So early on, Tara placed her priority on the logistics. Because of this, Tara had left the details about the bridesmaids' dresses for last. Tara had organized a lunch for all of us in April to talk over details of the dresses. She handed out swatches and said that the dresses must be in that color and floor length. I asked Tara if she was being serious, to which Tara asked what the problem was. Simply put, the color was ugly and unflattering. Jane also spoke up and said that this color is going to make everyone in the party look bad. Amy also agreed. Tara rolled her eyes at us and said that she was sure and she expected us as bridesmaids to go along with what she wanted. Lily decided to chime in and say that she thought the color was fine. I think that she said this to prevent her younger sister from going full bridezilla. For months, Amy, Jane, and I begged Tara to consider a different color, but she wouldn't budge. We asked Lily to ask her sister to reconsider, but she said that she was the bride and that we should respect her choices. Yeah, no, she was the bride, but that doesn't mean that we should have to sacrifice the way we look and look unattractive. Amy pointed out that Tara was probably making us look bad on purpose so that she could look better, and that made me furious. And here's where I may be in the wrong. Amy, Jane, and I decided that enough was enough and that Tara was really being unreasonable about the whole thing, and so was Lily. So we decided to lie to Tara and say that we were going to order the dresses in the color that she wanted and sent her screenshots of dresses in that color. Meanwhile, the three of us created a separate group chat and decided to order dresses that would actually make us look good. We agreed on baby blue and bought that dress online. Tara didn't ask any more questions about the dresses and essentially just took our word that everything was okay. Flash forward to the wedding day. The moment that we put on our dresses, Tara lost her crap. She started yelling at us and crying, and Lily had to escort her out of the room. Apparently, she must have gotten ready elsewhere because we didn't see her up until we were called to go to the venue for the ceremony. The wedding was great, but Tara was upset. Since the wedding, none of us have heard from Tara. However, Lily and Tony have been texting me, calling us horrible people and claiming that we ruined the wedding. Tony even said that Tara almost canceled the whole thing and he had to force her to go through with it. Maybe Tara was upset that we didn't get the color she asked for, but I don't think it was right of her to make us look unattractive. Am I the a-hole? I,
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I can answer that immediately.
I'm curious if we're going to differ on this one. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The a-hole.
Oh,
Like, oh.
it,
Oh.
I can see. Okay. If all of your bridesmaids are putting up a big stink about a color you picked, maybe talk about it, but also don't just go behind the bride's back and pick something not even in the color palette.
No, it's the. Yes, none of that is good. Everyone seems to kind of suck leading up to
Mm-hmm.
the wedding day, where I want to know what color it was that she picked. That's this horrendous color.
Do you want to keep going?
Does it say what the color is?
So we actually have an update post from the bride.
Oh, the bride found it. Oh,
The bride.
let's go.
All right. So the bride's Reddit post has now been deleted, but thank you, TikTok, because I was able to find it. It is my friends went behind my back and ruined my wedding. Hi, everyone. This is my first time posting on Reddit. I found this forum and I just need to vent. A little over a week ago, I married the love of my life. For the most part, the wedding was everything I dreamed it would be. I wish I could say that our wedding wasn't ruined. I wish I could look past the bad. However, my bridesmaids went behind my back and decided to lie to me and embarrass me. I had four bridesmaids. Three of them were good friends of mine, and the other was my sister, who was my maid of honor. I could have asked other better friends of mine to be bridesmaids, but unfortunately they were booked and didn't have time to be bridesmaids with their schedules and attended as guests. So I picked three of my other friends. Looking back, it would have been way better to just have my sister as a bridesmaid. I wish I could go back and slap myself. When the wedding planning started, my friends didn't put in much effort into helping me, which was the first red flag. However, I kind of just sucked it up and did mostly everything myself. A few months later, I got my bridesmaids together and told them the requirements for bridesmaids dresses. I told them that they would have to pay for it themselves since me and my husband were pretty much paying for everything else. And the dresses would have to be long and terracotta slash burnt orange slash earthy orange. I provided swatches as well so they would have a reference. This was my biggest issue. Other than my sister, who had no issue with the dress, my other bridesmaids were whining about how ugly the color was and how they wanted me to pick something else. My wedding was fall themed, so the dresses, tables, decor, place settings, invitations, florals, suits, etc., were meant to be in the orange brown color palette, hence the color of the dresses. Several times after this, my bridesmaids would be texting me to change the color of the dress. Their biggest complaint was that the color made them look ugly, which, in all honesty, I didn't think it did. Plus, I had already planned out the color scheme with virtually everything else, so it wouldn't make any sense to change the color. Finally, later on, they stopped complaining about the color and sent me screenshots of the dress that they had bought online, which were all in earthy orange tone. When they did this, I really thought that they had stepped up as friends and wanted to make me happy. I would have never thought that they were sabotaging me. I asked them if the dresses fit correctly and if they need any adjustment/hemming, which I was happy to pay for them. But the three of them said that their dresses fit fine, and I trusted them blindly. The morning of the wedding, my bridesmaids arrived with all of their stuff, and we started getting ready. Hair and makeup done. The weather is nice. Wedding jitters are coming, but in a happy and excited to finally be married to my partner. Then comes time to put on the bridesmaids' dresses. My friends reached into their bags and pulled out their dresses, which were in the color of light blue. I was shocked and asked them why the dresses were blue, as that wasn't the dress that I had asked them to repeatedly buy. So that is the bride's post, and we do have an update from the bride after that. Do you want to talk, or do you want to go right into that update from the bride?
I will say one thing really quick.
Yeah.
3 sides to every story. Party A,
Yes.
party B, and the truth. I'm glad we're getting more sides here. Maybe we'll get a little closer to that truth. Let's hear that update.
Hi, everyone. Wow, thank you so much for the support and well wishes. Currently, I'm okay. I'm with my husband and trying to forget about the whole dress ordeal and just enjoy married life. For some reason, the mods removed my post, so I'll just relay the information through here on my page if anyone happens to see this. Someone said that I should wear a white dress to all three of their weddings. It's funny, but I don't plan on attending any of their weddings. And like I said before, I'm limiting my contact with them. Many people were saying that I should have just kicked the three of them out and had my sister as a bridesmaid, which isn't a bad idea. However, it was all about having an even number of bridesmaids to groomsmen, and there were 4 groomsmen as well. To those asking why my other friends couldn't be a bridesmaid, but yet could attend the wedding, in case you didn't know, being a bridesmaid involves more than just being there one day. And no, when I asked my bridesmaids, I didn't see them as lesser friends than my other ones. They are all just close friends of mine from different parts of my life. And finally, apparently, according to the comments, there is a post out there supposedly posted by one of my bridesmaids detailing this whole ordeal. The comments are saying that my story matches up with theirs. I wasn't able to find it yet, but I'll keep looking because, oh my God. No, I'm not deleting any comments like people are suggesting. This is my first time logging back on since I posted, so I don't know what's going on. P.S. If anyone could message me the link, that would be great too. It's a lot easier than looking through hundreds of posts on Reddit about bridesmaids' dresses. Update. I found the post. Yeah, a lot of details line up unless there's another person out there who has 3 of their bridesmaids wear blue instead of terracotta. The ages line up too, unless the ages were fake. I don't even know what to say or if I should say anything at all. Based on the age the poster put down, I'm pretty sure I know which of them posted it. Like I said before, I'm limiting my contact with them, which is why I'm not even sure I should comment on her post or message her. I'm seething right now. The fact that she wrote an entire post bragging about what she and the other 2 did is icky. Update. Okay, so I decided to make a comment. Nothing special, just relaying a lot of stuff that was already said here. And plus, I already said enough on my wedding day. And that is it.
Uh,
It's a lot.
that's a lot. Also, that poor bride.
I know. That's
That poor
so.
bride.
That's even more like it's deeper than just dresses. It's you disrespected her, and it's like they weren't actually your friends because friends would never do that to you ever.
No, literally what we were just saying about the blatant disrespect for the amount of time, money, and effort that goes in.
Yeah.
Also, I have never like and I have either been a part of, gone to, or been around quite a bit of weddings.
Mm-hmm.
I have never heard of a bridesmaid telling the bride, I don't really like the color. Can you choose something different? Like the audacity. That's just
Mm-hmm.
going to be the title of this episode.
The
Audacity.
audacity.
The audacity. Like that.
Like, do
No.
you remember the early 2000s dresses, like for bridesmaids? Like, they looked horrible. Like, 98% of them look terrible. I'm sorry, no offense, but like,
80s,
they
90s,
don't look great.
2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't look great. And I mean, I'm sure those people, not everyone was happy with the colors picked or the style picked because I mean, a lot of times even it was one style. It wasn't nowadays where it's one color, multiple styles. It's just one style.
Hmm?
So some people aren't going to be happy with the dresses that are picked, and it's not going to look good on everyone. But guess what? People suck it up.
Yeah. Hi there.
Okay.
I just, oh my goodness. It's the sneakiness of it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
giving, it's giving mean girl. Mean
Yeah.
girls, plural.
Yeah. Why didn't you just drop out? If you hated it that much, you decide that you would much rather just embarrass your friend on like one of the most important days of her life.
If not the most important, for sure
Yeah.
the most expensive day of her life. Let me tell you.
Right. Yeah.
My God. And the fact, and I think that's what I'm circling back to, is
Mm-hmm.
how some people really do adhere so strictly to their wedding colors.
Yeah.
And that can totally screw. I've been to a fall wedding where the bridesmaids wore a burnt orange terracotta bridesmaid
Mm-hmm.
dress.
Yep.
It looked great. And now,
Yeah.
yes, were a couple of them orange, probably not something that they're going to buy again because it definitely wasn't their color, but they still looked great. And the
Yeah, they
wedding
still did
looked
it.
great. Everything about the decor was wonderful. It was a November, September, or October. It was a fall wedding, either way.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's the, yeah, no, no, no.
And
Bride,
also
no.
all the colors that they could have picked, why wouldn't you, if you're going to do something crappy like that, why would you pick baby blue? She's going for this like fall theme with like the burnt orange, earthy colors. Okay, I don't know. Choose green, perhaps? A lot of people look
Green,
good in green.
red,
Red.
brown, black. Even the
Yeah.
right shade of purple you can make work.
Yeah. You didn't have to go literally against everything.
That's, and like, ugh, I have such an opinion about baby blue when it comes to weddings.
Mm-hmm.
I love baby blue. Baby blue is a good color for me to wear. You can always find, okay, you can usually find really cute wedding guest dresses in baby blue.
Right.
However, depending on the fabric of the dress, depending on if it's an indoor or outdoor wedding, the time of day, the time of year, and even like the undercoloring for the baby blue, those dresses can sometimes pull white or
Yeah.
very, very light, which is why it's kind of a good idea to avoid that for weddings unless it's a theme of the wedding.
Correct.
So it's just, that's just double disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's more
That
disrespectful than white, actually.
I would I would agree. Unless
And
it's
when
a
in doubt,
theme,
unless it's a
unless it's a
theme,
theme or has been approved by the bride themselves.
yes. When in doubt, opt out. Choose something
Yep.
else. No, yeah, it's, trust me, whatever statement you think you're making by wearing something where it's like, oh, it's just the color, the fit, everything, it's so perfect for me. I look so great. No, you look like a bad person. You look like a bad person. That's what you no. Everyone at
If
that wedding is going to talk about you, not in a good way.
if that would have happened at your wedding, I would have physically tackled someone and thrown them out. So,
I know. I love you. Thank you.
yep.
Same at yours. I mean,
Well,
well, I didn't
wouldn't
think
have
it was
been.
a real risk, but
Mm-mm. I
honestly, if
mean,
someone, oh,
basically
sorry, go
just
ahead.
you. Basically
Yeah.
just you.
If I had showed up in white to your wedding, that would have been a whole other set of problems. Oh my God.
Oh,
No, 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 no. Oh, whenever someone tries to stand out at a wedding, I feel like 98% of the time it backfires on them. And I might
yeah.
be lowballing it there.
You might be lowballing it.
Probably
It,
lowballing it.
yeah.
Oh, poor sweetie. I do just want to address a couple of things in there. So, like, the fact that she offered to pay for alterations,
Yeah.
that is really nice because
It
alterations
is.
can also be really pricey.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, especially for floor length, because the dress, for anyone who has bought bridesmaid dresses, you will know that oftentimes they come very, very long to accommodate for different heights because you can always cut a dress shorter. You can't necessarily add more fabric to make it longer. So you will have, and depending on the fabric, the way that they have to hem that can up the price in addition to whatever things, like if you have a strapless dress, God help you, it's going to be a very expensive adjustment for
Mm-hmm.
alterations. Like, that was so nice of her to offer to cover that.
Yeah.
And also, that would have been a really great opportunity to see what those bridesmaid dresses looked like. And the fact that they sent the screenshot, not of the dress that they got. They declined all that. They had their little group chat to figure all this out and go behind her back, bombard her with it after hair and makeup has already been done, which is just a secondary level of offense to the bride
Mm-hmm.
because, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
I do y'all know how expensive it is to have hair and makeup done?
Very.
It's expensive. It's very expensive. It is very expensive. My husband still doesn't know exactly how much it was for me to pay to have all of us get our hair and
Probably
makeup
a
done
good
on the day
thing.
of the wedding. He doesn't need to
Yeah.
know. Doesn't need to know.
No.
Um, but like, to wait until after, where the makeup artist may or may not still be there to do touch-ups, because some, they book it as soon as they're done. They don't follow you to the location to do the touch-ups once you're in your
Mm-hmm.
outfit. That
Yep.
is such a next level of how dare you, and just like in an intentional twisting of the knife into the bride's back, because they, makeup artists do their best to waterproof as much as they can with your makeup. But if you are sobbing, not like crying tears of joy, but sobbing, that's going to screw up your makeup.
Yep.
And then that's going to be in pictures, and you're going to get flushed in the face. It's going to show up. And that's just such a disrespectful thing to, I mean, everything's disrespectful, but just as someone who has gone through the getting the formal hair and makeup done, going to the event, having the pictures, that is such a F you. That's so, oh my God. These are not, with friends like these, who needs enemies? Oh my God.
Honestly, though. Yeah.
I can't, this poor woman.
Mm-mm.
You know what? She should post her wedding pictures on one of those, I can't remember. There's this one very famous Photoshop guy where he'll like usually make something really funny out of like, hey, can you make me seem more buff? And then he'll like balloon
Yeah.
them up. But occasionally he'll do really sweet things like, someone photobombed this very intimate moment at our wedding. Can you take him out? And he'll like do that. I feel like she should do that with the friends, with the bridesmaids. Just
Absolutely.
like
Yeah.
take them out, because I understand where she's coming from of like wanting that symmetry of having everyone line up to go down, because that does look kind of awkward if your husband's got four groomsmen and you just have your
Yeah.
sister.
But you could also have one or like one groomsman come over on your side or two even, depending.
And depending on the relationship, like maybe that works, maybe it doesn't.
Yeah.
That put the bride in such a horrible spot that
Or
like, ugh.
pull some guests to stand by you that I'm sure will fit much better than baby blue.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's the best scenario where it's like find the friends that you originally wanted to be bridesmaids and
Mm-hmm.
put them in. And it's also really good
Yeah.
that she clarified in her update of like, I'm not saying that these are lesser than friends, they're just friends
Yeah.
for different points in my. Because that was one thing that I did write down initially. Second choice bridesmaids
Yeah.
doesn't sound good, but also
No.
I can understand that because you
Yeah.
do have different friend groups from different times, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Oh, this poor girl. This poor
I
girl.
I feel bad for her. At the end of the day, it was her wedding and she doesn't seem like a bridezilla to me. Like,
No,
no. She
no.
just had a vision and her friends sabotaged her instead of standing by her. So,
You know, they are so worried about looking ugly on the outside that they don't realize they're ugly on the inside. Like,
yep. Couldn't have said it better myself.
ugh. Fine. That's, you know what? It's nice when people make it really easy to close the chapter on them and move on.
Yes, that is true.
Hmm.
I am glad that she's not really in contact with them.
Oh, yeah,
So,
no.
yeah.
Forget them. Forget
Mm-mm.
that. Absolutely not. I feel so bad for the pictures though, because how many pictures
Same.
do you have with the wedding part? I have so many of my wedding party.
Yeah.
Photoshop guy, get to work.
Photoshop. Hopefully, she got some good ones photoshopped. So,
Yeah. Ugh. You know what?
poor
I
girl.
will say, if at any point anyone listening to this episode is like, oh my goodness, you know, XYZ sounds like that could be my friends, take that as a sign. I don't think they're your friends. And if you're like, oh, I relate to some of that, I would totally do this behind my friend's back, get therapy. Get
Self reflection.
all the
Figure it out.
therapy. Go to a professional, not a professional bartender, a professional therapist. Get an assessment
Hmm.
or several. Call a priest. I don't know. Huh. Well, the more you know. Any final thoughts on this one?
No, that, oof, that's a rough one. Poor bride.
Poor bride.
Poor bride.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, again, reaffirming what we said earlier. If final vote on this one, bridesmaid, all the way. YTA. You, the a hole.
Yep. 100% agree. Could not agree more.
Cannot agree more. Shoot, I'm gonna put her at
Yikes.
300%. There was three bridesmaids. 300% the a hole.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oof.
But yeah, let us know down below for all three of the stories that we have shared what you guys think, if they are or are not the a hole.
Yes. And you know what? You should also, if you're willing to, and posting on your fake YouTube account that's not at all linked to your Facebook or anything else, you should leave your wedding drama stories. Maybe
Mm,
we will talk about those in a future episode. You know, Reddit is not the only place that you can spill secrets. You can spill
that is
secrets
very
on
true.
YouTube.
You can. Or if you don't want anything linked to anything, you can send us an email and say you want to be anonymous and send us all the juicy details.
All the juicy details. Although you should probably pick the nicknames for the people in there, because if I am left to assigning them nicknames, they're gonna be offensive nicknames. It's gonna be something like "Daddy never loved her," and it's obvious. So,
Yeah, you'll get that from Connie, or if it's me reading it, it will just be numbers person one, person two, person three. So I'm
yeah.
not creative.
Well, it's this is Chaos Chronicles. This is not orderly. Everything makes sense. This isn't a library. This is a newsstand
Hmm.
in the middle of a tornado. You know, you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
Well, that is all we have for our wedding version of Am I the A hole?
Uh, well, what a spectrum there. What a spectrum. Well, on that note, thank you everyone for joining us. Glad to be back. We will see you
Mhm.
next week with another Who Knows What Wednesday. Also, check in. Jess has been doing a very fun, different type of videos with the other Chaos Chronicle hosts. We've got Trent, we've got Jamie, we've got your neighbor whose name I'm about to say wrong. Please say it correctly for me.
Haley.
Haley. I
Yep.
don't know why I was thinking Hannah, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna say it wrong.
Close.
But yes. Otherwise, anything else we add here, or just sign it off?
I
Sign
think
it
we're
off.
signing off.
I think I need water.
Same.
Oh, until next time. Adios.
Bye.
Oh, we should say bye, Felicia, to some of those people in those stories. My God.